Rahul Ulkar. I'm been working as a senior architect in ULIX Systems. So today we are here at XLR Systems for the placement drive, and I really appreciate the placement services that I mean the team that I actually met. We really got a good service and hospital service. Actually, they the way they actually welcome is really fantastic, and I love this is actually my one of the best experience that I have ever. And and about the student quality, today actually we had interviews with almost like 25 to 30 students, but the candidates are really good. I mean, with respect to knowledge, with respect to communication, I mean, they are much more familiar about the technologies. Most of the interviews we had in Java, and the students are really fantastic. Thank you.
I'm Hariprasad Bugate. So today we have come here on the behalf of ULIX Systems, and so we are conducting a drive at XLR. The students here, they are also, we found them very confident. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Mayuri Pimple. I have completed my full stack development course from the XLR EdTech Private Limited. The XLR is doing the fantastic job. The XLR placement team is doing the excellent work, and they are also providing the SDP session that boost our confidence at the next level. I would like to thank the whole training and placement team of the XLR for arranging the drive at the XLR Pune office. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Sunita Joshi. I am from Pune. I have completed my full stack development course from XLR. The training provided by the XLR was very fantastic. The placement was provided are also good. There are the various SDP sessions was conducted at XLR office, so that student can enhance their skill and knowledge and crack the interview and boost our knowledge to the next level.
Hello everyone, my name is Omkar Sarve. I have completed full stack developer course from XLR EdTech Private Limited. The training provided by XLR is flawless. They provide good placement support. They doing SDP sessions regularly to boost our confidence to the next level. I would like to thank whole XLR team to arrange the campus drive at
Hi, I'm Karthik Rannan. I'm the president of the Wall Street Club of BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. Yes, so the collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives while they try to navigate the world of finance. I am happy that we will be able to close this workshop successfully on a very good note.
Hi, I am Raghunendra Singh and I am the Technical Director of the Wall Street Club at BITS Pilani Hyderabad campus. It was a great, amazing conducting this workshop with XLR. The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets, which was very helpful for the people who are interested in the field of finance, business, or analytics in general. Thank you.
I attended a workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. So it was a machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
The journey was great. Initially, I thought that I was not proficient enough in Excel, but later I came to know there was no prerequisites for it, and then I applied for it, and it was a great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
Good evening, myself Kavya Ganatra. I am from Computer Science Association. I was the POC for this ML workshop conducted by CSA and ACM in collaboration with XLR. The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it. Thank you.
everyone. My name is Tasneem. I'm the senior manager at 98 percentile in the HR department. And today we did a wonderful drive with XLR. It was amazing right from the very beginning, from the very first day when I got in touch with them till today. I think it was an extremely smooth journey with them. There were multiple follow-ups done by the representatives in order to check that we would be, what time we would be coming, how many people would be coming, what vehicle we would get. To that extent, they were so precise in giving all the information to us. It was extremely great to get associated with them and have a drive at XLR campus. So we are very, very happy that we got a chance to do this. Now, coming to the students, what XLR had, I think they were extremely enthusiastic. They were well prepared. They were aware of what they are coming for. I think there was some back-end preparation which they did that was commendable. They also were very confident and they were open to any kind of thing we were asking them to do. That was I think the best part. Now, I really hope we have a very, very fruitful association with each one of them and XLR in future. We are really looking forward to have many more drives like this.
Hi everyone, my name is Prachi Sharma and I'm the Senior Project Manager for IT Department at 90th percentile. So today we were here for this IT bootcamp, right, this technical drive and at XLR. So it was a great experience and I would feel that the students, they are the freshers, right, but it doesn't seem like that. So if I talk about their technical and cognitive ability, they all seems pretty good in that and that's what I felt. And I guess they have been taught pretty well at XLR, so that's how they have performed good in their aptitude and the technical tests. So I wish them all the best and it was a very great experience over here.
Hi, this is Patan, Technology Consulting Manager from 98th percentile. We visited XLR for the campus placement drive and it went very well today. Miss Ambika, Miss Pragati, everyone received us greatly here and we had a lot of enjoyable time here. The students even had great experience with us. They were interactive, they had good aptitude and all the technological skills they showed. I think they were all well and we really appreciate their time that they spared to us and I think we will be doing a great job. We are expecting a lot of people to be hired from them. Let's see. it was a great experience altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From entering into this cyber tower to exiting out of this tower, the XLR team has been received me with such a care and pleasure.
I am the part of this XLR since 4 months. From the third month itself, they have conducted the placement sessions from the third month itself, and this is the fourth month, and this is the 98th percentile is one of the placement drive I have attended so far, and attending to this drive is such a good experience for me. All the HRs and the team made us feel very comfortable and confident.
XLR helped me a lot, and I experienced a lot of things today. So I'm really hope to be I placed in that company. I'm confident about that. Thank you.
Guys, good evening, everyone. In 2 minutes, we'll start the session. Okay, let's see. We can reach like 450 for 500 people or something. Just give me just 2-3 minutes. Okay, so we'll start. If anyone have any questions, you can put it in the chat. Okay, so let's start for the day. So there are a lot of questions are there, like asking for ma'am, any project. If you want, we can assign one project. You can complete it. And you will be having one exam also for MCQ exam. You will be having it. Okay. So that 20 hours course and 7 months course, there is a lot of difference. Is there, Neha? So you will be learning all from starting Java, J2EE, Spring, Hibernate, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, React.js, project, right? And you will be having the certification also, which will help you for getting the job. Okay, right? So I have already explained it combinators. Again, we cannot repeat it, Rajesh. Okay. I have already explained it. Yesterday's session link you will be finding, or you can also see the no, this is the first class in JavaScript. Okay, fine. Lecture notes, I have to prepare it. No extensions are required. No extensions are required. Rakshani, I have already completed this kind of how to see the output in this VS Code itself using the extensions. I have explained it in this first day or second day itself. Kindly check the video. Okay, right. So that you have to check it with the XLR team, Dinesh. I already said, Vishal, I have answered this. How many times you will ask the same, right? If you want, I can assign one project, but it is not mandatory that you will get a project. Same question, how many times you will ask, Vishal? I have answered it already. Just don't put all the again and again the same messages, okay? Mallikarjun, please, okay? If you want, you can take any project that I have already explained, okay? In the previous session also I have explained that you can use the project like Red Bus, Abibus, or whatever the bus it is, or Book My Show kind of application. It can be a mini project or full project, you can take it. Okay, take Java based projects. Don't use the projects based on the Python or something, machine learning or something, which is not useful for you for getting the job. This all I have explained it, Mallikarjun. Just check in the previous sessions videos. Right? Okay, let's start for the day. Right. Here, second. All right. So the last topic of the CSS, animations and transitions. Give me a minute. I'll switch on my video. Right. Okay. Just see this. I'm opening the VS Code. What is animation and how to write the animations? create animations using the CSS. Right? Now see here, fundamentals only. Please don't ask VFX kind of code. Okay. So you people also don't understand, and it will take a lot of time to make you people to understand. Okay. What are the basics are there? That basics of the animations and transitions I am going to explain you for the CSS. Then we are going to start with our JavaScript. Okay. So see here, animations and transitions .html. I have written one code like animations and transitions.html. Now here I can write one more file. So CSS I can write, or I can write it here itself. Okay. So write HTML tag. Right? Head tag. Title. Right? Animations and transitions example. Okay. Now here. Okay. Here it is body. Now I want see here. I want to change the background color. Okay. Now see here, we have different types of elements in the CSS for applying the transitions. Now just see this. I'm going to write the div tag. Empty div tag I have written. Empty div tag I have written. Okay. Now after that, see here. Okay. I have written here style. Style tag. Okay. Here, what I can do, for div tag, I'm applying the height and width properties. This div tag is, if I'm writing like this is a tag selector. This is a tag selector. Now here, width 100 pixels, right? Height, right? I can give 100 pixels. You can give any size. Okay. You can give it as 200 pixels also. Size can be anything. Means it will come like a box. Okay. Height and width I have given. Background color I'll fix. Background color. So I'm writing some color coral. Okay. Animation. Animation. Name I have. Okay. Animation name is one CSS property that we can use to apply the animation for this div tag. Now, ma'am, how to create the animation, right? If you want to create an animation, right, you need to use @keyframes. @keyframe. Why is it @ right? Keyframes is the identifier, right? And you have to give the name of the animation. Name of the animation. CSS animation example I have written. The same name, whatever you have given after the @keyframes, the same name you have to give it in after the animation name. After the animation name. So this one and this one should match, right? Now what is up when you are writing it? See, I have from. From is the attribute of the keyframes, right? Open the flower bracket and close the flower bracket. I'm going to write background hyphen color will get changed, right? So what is the color? Coral, right? Right? So it is going to change the background from coral to, right? From to, right? Background color, red dial, right? Or you can write it green. Okay. Whichever the color you want, you can specify. You can specify. Okay. Now this is applied. Now what is the duration of the animation? How much time it should take? animation hyphen duration 5 seconds. 5 seconds. Milliseconds and seconds are accepted as the duration. Now open this in the browser. Open with Google Chrome. See, it has changed from, see this. If you refresh it again, see, it is changing the colors. CSS, we are first completing the CSS, Manisha. Okay, then we are going to the next, in 30 minutes, we are going to start the JavaScript. See here, it is going to change, right? Animations and transitions, right? At the rate keyframes, right? We can use for CSS animations, right? So at the rate keyframes is the element that we can use for applying the animation for any of this HTML element. Ma'am, is it, it will applicable for the image also? Yes. See here. Image. SRC is equal to from fantasy.ms, ALT is equal to, right? You can give it as image. Now height 100 pixels, width 100 pixels, right? Now close the image. Ma'am, I want to write it for image also. Now we can just write it image, right? Open and close, right? You can write the animation name and animation URL. Okay, animation name and animation URL. Right? So CSS animation example 1 I will write. Now I'm just taking again, you can write multiple animations. That's not a problem. Okay. Now I want to increase the size. Okay. So height from 100 pixel to 100 pixel, right? To height 200 pixel. Now let me see whether it will work or not. Let's refresh it. See, it is expanding the image, right? Just see this. It is expanding the image. So from height, it is getting increased. The image height is getting increased. So you can use, right, at the rate keyframes and specify the animation name. And if you want to change the background color, you can change the background color also. Or if you want to change the size of the image also, you can change it. Right? Okay. At the rate keyframes helps us to define an animation. At the rate keyframes helps us to define the animation. Okay. If you want to define an animation, you need to use at the rate keyframes. It is the specification that this is the animation. Okay. So we are saying that this is an animation. How to identify that whether it is an animation or not? Using at the rate keyframe. You can put whatever you want, height, width, anything you want. Okay. So you can change the CSS properties. Any CSS properties you can use using the @ keyframes. Try, sir. Try, Mr. Muhammad Afnan. Okay. 1 second, guys. Right. Okay. So this is the output, boss. Right. Now, for suppose, ma'am, can we, so if you want to make it flash, you need to write like this. Zero percentile. Sakshi, why I'm ignoring your message, you know? This is the same question you are asking from the day one onwards. Okay. I have already given you the answer that it is a VS Code, Visual Studio Code. And if you want to understand what kind of software I'm using for writing the code, okay, right? So you can just check with my first session or second session. And don't again put the same message. Image URL, just check your image URL, boss. You cannot make my image name as your image name, Saga. Right? You have to, if you have any image, whatever the image you have inside this, that image you have to use. This is the change color, ma'am. This is the change color. Have patience, guys. Have patience. One by one question and answer. I'll be answering each and every one. I'm not running away. Okay. So this is for transition. Oh, sorry, flash. Opacity you have to write 3. Opacity is 1. Now see here. See? The image is getting flashed. The image is getting flashed. Okay. So you can write the image flash also. Vishwa, 5 times I have repeated the @ keyframe is used to define the animation. Animation. @ keyframe is used for defining the animation. What you want to change in the HTML element that you are going to add. All your CSS properties, you can define as part of the animation. Keyframes is used for percentile, 0 percentile and 100 percentile. If the image is 0%, then it will be 3. Opacity will be 3. 100% means if the image is loaded, opacity will be 1. If the image is loaded, 100%. You can make it here 10 seconds. Then you will understand it easily. Zero to 100% means 0 if it is image is 0%, then opacity will be 3. If it is 100%, opacity will be means. Opacity means transparency. Opacity means transparency. It's a plain English word, Mr. Shubham. Yes, yes. You can give animation for text also. Anything, for anything you can give. You have to use @ keyframe. Okay. Try writing like this, no? H1 tag. Hello. Write the animation. Write the animation. Hazam, you didn't join yesterday's and deep before yesterday's session. Okay. No. Mic will not be on for everyone. If you want, you can type your question on the chat. H1 you can write. I've written background color. Animation name also I will write. Just see. It's changing the color. If you want to change the text, background color I have changed. You can change the color also. You can change the color also. You change it best. You try it, no, but everything if I do, you people, what you will do? Try it out, try it out. Mr. Sahil Aringale. Try it out, how to change the image from one image to the another image. Simple code only it is. Right? Maybe something wrong you have did. Okay. So see whether it is right, whether you have read properly or not. This is the style. Yes, you can put the animation in loop also. See here, if you are not able to understand this 0% and all, now just see this. Just see this. One more div tag I'll write, or otherwise I'll write it for this div tag only. This div tag is there, right? Here, I'll write 0%. Background color is coral. Then it is 25%. If the image is 25%, if the image is loading 25%, green color. Then you can write 50%. Blue color. Right? 100%. No comma here. Okay. Don't put any comma between the animation values. Right? Make it as red color, means you can give black. Now see here. Blue 25%. 75 per black, right? Coral, after the coral, just see this. After the coral, green, green after blue, blue after black, right? So means how it will loads, right? 0% of the animation, 20% of the animation, 50% of the animation, 100% of the, how it behaves, we can give the percentage. We can give the percentage. Right. This is the style I have used. I have given it in the chart already. But again, I'm giving you guys. If you want, you can check it out. Now I want to move the, you should not write. You should not write semicolon when you are writing this. You should not write semicolon when you are writing this. Okay. You should not write semicolon. For this you will write. But inside the keyframes, you should not write semicolon. Now I want to move the div tag from here to here. I'm removing everything to make it very simple. See here. I want the div tag I have a div tag to move from the left to right. Left to right, top to bottom. Left, top and bottom. Left and top. Left and top. Something you can write. See here. Here I have written coral, right? Now here, left, 0 pixels. Right? Top, 0 pixels. Right? Now again you will write this left, right, top also. Here it is semicolon. Inside you can give. Right? Here I'll give it as 200 pixels. Top as 200 pixels. Now, if it is here, you want it for 75% also, we can write it. So what I'll write is here, okay, here I'll write top 0 pixels. Now, when it attains the 50%, I want everything as 200 pixels. Here, 75 also, 75% also you can write. You can increase it, 25, 75%. Background color, I'll give it as gray. Right? Now left, 0 pixels. Sorry. Now here, again it is back to 0 pixels. Just see this. Right? Now one thing I have forgot here. I need to add here position relative. See? Right? So this is the style that we can use to move the div tag. To move the div tag. Only div tag I have taken. You can apply it for the image also. You can apply it for your H1 also. Even you can apply it for your any HTML element also you can apply. Any H1 element also it will apply. Okay. Any HTML element it can apply. Ma'am, I don't want the div tag. I want it for image tag. You can write it image if it has to scroll like this. right? If you want to delay an animation, animation hyphen delay. How many milliseconds you want to delay the animation? 3 seconds I am giving. After 3 seconds, it will start the animation. See? You are delaying the animation. After 3 seconds, the animation will start. See here. 1, 2, 3. So after 3 seconds, the animation will get starts. Right? If you want to delay the animation, you can use animation hyphen delay. That is a CSS property. CSS property. Now, if you want to, a number of times the animation should be there, right? Someone asked me, ma'am, can we loop it? Right? Yes, you can loop animation, iteration, animation, iteration. It is animation, iteration count. How many times? Infinite times if you give. Right? After 3 seconds, it will start. Infinite times, it will go on do the animation. Right? If you are giving here number of times, if you are mentioning 3 times, if you are mentioning, it will, the count of the animation will be for 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So last iteration. Now after 3, it is not animating, right? So you can specify, if you want to loop the animation also, you can loop the animation. Now, if you want animation in a reverse direction, okay. Animation, direction, reverse, right? Now see here. The animation is in reverse. Black to blue, green and coral. Black, gray, blue, green and coral, right? So, ma'am, I want alternate reverse, right? Alternate hyphen reverse. Right? Okay, alternate reverse. So like this, you can give the different scenario for reversing, alternate reverse. There are different types are there. See here, I have animation, animation timing is there. Timing. Animation timing function. You can write this cubics initial, right? You can write it. Now here, what I can write is, so you can use ease in, ease out, something like this, ease in, right? Ease in, right? So what happens is, speed curve of the animation will be there. Okay. You can also use cube, right? You can have cube here. What is it? cubic Bezier. So you can specify what is the timing of the animation. What is the timing of the animation? Like this, we have a lot of, this one is there. Okay, you can use different types of animations are there. Lot of properties are there. You can explore on it. You can explore on it. Right? So, what are transitions? What are transitions? Let me just write it here. Here I'll write in the width itself. Transition. First observe, then I can explain it properly. Width, it will be width 2 seconds. Width 2 seconds. See here. Wait. Let me write. Iteration count I'm not mentioning because it is just going in finite loop. Right? See here. Now, after this div tag, now just write here div colon hover div colon hover right? Shift, open and close, right? Width, you can give it as 500 pixels and semicolon. Now, just observe the change. Just observe the change. What is mean by transition? See? Right? So, when you are writing the transition, right? So, if you want to increase the width, you can increase the width also, right? The transitions will be associated with the hovering or mouse over mouse, anything, right? You can write it. So, these are transition property. This is a transition effect. We call it as transition effect. We call it as transition effect. So transition means like if you want to transform HTML element from 200 pixels to the 500 pixel, you can transition is that. Ma'am, even I want to increase the height also. How many seconds I want to increase the height? So I want to increase the height for 3 seconds, right? What is the height that you want to increase? HT height. I want to increase it to the 1000 pixels, right? Semicolon. Now just see this. See? Right? So transition is changing the height and width, or if you are changing the transforming one from one size to the another size, you can use transition. You can use transitions. You can change the height and width also. Right. So this is about the animations and some of the examples of the animations and transitions. Someone asked me code. Right. Ma'am, one thing is there, right? See here, one small thing I'll add and I'll close it because I can't stab. Okay, here, transform is the property, right? Rotate. So what is the rotate? Whether it has to rotate 180 degrees or 360 degrees, you can specify. Here, I can specify transform 2 seconds. Now just see this. Okay. Wait, I have to write it here. Comma. More than 3 properties, right? I have to write it with comma. See? Right? So it's rotating. What is the property that we can use for rotate? Transform, right? So there is other properties also there. If you want 360 degrees also, it will rotate in 360. If it is run to rotate in 90 degrees also, it will rotate. It will rotate, right? See here. This is only 90 degrees rotation. Right? So like this you can write, even if you don't want rotate, so there is scale, ready, skew you can use. So this is skew. Right? So like this, you have different properties are there in the transform. If you want skew X, only in X direction it will skew. Only in X direction it will skew. Okay, right? So that is a skew. Skew ma, this is English word skew, dear. Skew meaning, okay, means neither parallel nor right angles. We call it as skew. Mathematics, Vishal. Neither parallel nor intersecting values, we call it as a skew. Max also I have to teach now. 6th class max and 8th class max you forgot, Vishal. Q is a property, right? How it can transform, right? In 180 degrees, right? How the position will be there. Skew means like it will give like this. Rotate is it will rotate like this, right? So like this, there are different properties are there. These are all maths only. Trigonometry, geometry. Guys, I don't know. 10th class also we have learned geometry, not trigonometry, sorry. Geometry it is. 180 degrees, 380, 360 degrees skew, right? We have a triangle with the 360 degrees skew and all. It is there in the English mathematics for geometry. In 6th class to 10th class, we will learn geometry. I don't know which now you people are learning or not. Just by hearting, right? Scale 180 degrees. This is scale. Okay. No, I have removed image and text, everything I have removed. Okay. So I have only using div tag. I have not added any image here. Hafnan, please research yourself little bit more. Okay, you will be able to understand it. Okay, if I teach you each and everything, you will learn and you will just listen and forget. Okay, so try to understand that. Small things, right? You can just write, ma'am, you said opacity, right? How to write opacity? What is opacity? Opacity, it is again, and here you can write opacity meanings, right? Transparency, right? How transparent it is. Rays of light, how transparent it is, right? So, is there a word in opacity? Means format, text fill, font color, like that. Means what is the transparency? What is the visibility? What is the transparency? Means how thick it is, how light it is. That is a opacity. Okay, so right. So, and it ranges from 0 to 1. Opacity ranges 0 to 1. Right. So this is about CSS animations. Someone asked me, ma'am, we didn't do any animations. We didn't do any animations. Bombarded the chat, right? Some days before. Right. So these are all animations and CSS. Some of the properties of the CSS, how to apply the CSS using the style tag. We have also seen how to apply the CSS using the style page. We have also seen different types of properties like background color, height, width, transform, animations, transitions, right? And boss, Hitesh, try no. Give some text and try it, na, Hitesh. Okay. Give some H1 tag instead of the div tag. Okay. So give all these properties of the transition, right? All the properties of the transition and try. So just I've given this example, na, Dinesh, right? So instead of div tag, make it as H1 tag and try to do. That the same transform will work, the same transition keyword will work, okay, transition property will work. Okay, for the text it will work, for the image also it will work, for button also it will work, for form also it will work, everything it will work. I will show you using another example, Vishal. Right? Okay, fine. Now see here. See here, what is this JavaScript and why do we need JavaScript and what is the importance of the JavaScript while creating the web applications? Okay, now see, till now we have integrated CSS and HTML. Now we are going to integrate HTML, CSS and JavaScript. 3 also. We are not leaving CSS. We are not leaving HTML. We are not leaving JavaScript. All three we need. Okay. Because what people will say is, right, when you are talking about the JavaScript, right, here, JS, right, I will call HTML as skeleton of the web page. Skeleton of the web page. CSS as muzzle. Okay, right? JavaScript as motion. Or, right, dynamic functionality to the web page. Right? So, this is like styling the web page. Applying colors, styles, animations, transitions, everything. Right? Now, see here. Okay. How to create form. For suppose I have registration form. Right? How to create it? How to validate the data entered inside the form. Let us assume that first, Shamla, I'm talking about the science, you are asking about the rocket science. First, you have to understand the science, then you can understand the rocket science. Okay? So, can we start with our JavaScript? So, at least for 2-3 days, can you hold it? I can tell you about the Bootstrap also. Right? Okay. See here, you have GitHub, right? So, you have a sign up page. Click on this sign up. It is opening the form. It is opening the form. Now just start. It's just loading. Loaded, right? Now you can, it will ask for entering of your email. See, and there is a star here. There is a star, right? So it means that if without entering, button is also disabled. See here, button is also disabled. Now, once I enter my email ID, see here, @ see here, then this become green color. Then it has become the green color. See, it is validating. This is not my original email ID. Okay. This is not my original email ID. Don't write any email about that. This is not my original. This is a dummy email ID. It is not exist. It will go for some other people. Okay. Don't write anything. Write any email. Don't write any email or anything. Okay. For this. Because this is not mine. Okay. So if you want to write, you can write it. People will block or people will give you complaint on that. Okay. See here. This is an email. Okay. See, if any, for suppose .com is not there. See, it is not in green color. It is in the gray color. It is in the gray color, right? Now, if you have .com, if you apply the .com, see, it's becoming green color. Who is validating this? Whether I am entering the proper email or not, right? The email format is correct or not. Who is validating it? JavaScript, right? Even if I don't enter the email also, if I'm removing the email, see, it is becoming gray. This continue button is becoming gray color, right? So even if I'm not entering my email, So the button is disabled, right? This kind of functionality we can introduce in the web pages using JavaScript. Not only for the sign up button, right? Even in sign in button also, right? See, click on sign in. Invalid username or password. Actually, it should not submit only. Here it is little bit wrong is there. Okay. So I will enter the username and password. Then only it should give the sign in button. Okay. So what I'm saying is, if I want to display an error message, if you're not entering a proper email ID, or if I want to disable the, right, so form until I give the proper data, right, then we can use JavaScript. Means adding dynamic functionality to the web applications. We can add it using JavaScript. We can use for Java. What is this JavaScript? It is JavaScript. So all these questions, the answer is we can use JavaScript for above questions. Right? What is JavaScript? Right? It's a scripting language. Right? Which runs on the browser by default. And only browser will run. Can we run it on the server also? Nowadays, right? In the recent developments, JS can also run on the server. What are the examples of the Node.js, servers, right? So servers like Node.js, it's a JavaScript server, right? So you can run your code on the Node.js server. Okay. So when you are using React or Angular, which are based on JavaScript, right? They will not run on the browser. So the code will run using Node.js. The code will run using Node.js, right? So Node.js can understand JavaScript and execute the JavaScript. Other than Node.js, who will understand? Browser. The browser will understand the JavaScript. So every browser has a JavaScript engine. Engine means compiler, I can say, which compiles or executes the JavaScript code. So you can use Chakra for Microsoft Edge. V8 is the name. This is the name of the JavaScript engine. Chakra is the name of the JavaScript engine, which is in the Microsoft Edge browser. Right? V8 is a JavaScript engine in the Chrome browser. Right? Opera has different. Like that, we have different types of JavaScript engine in the each browser to parse. I can't say execute. Okay. It will not execute. To parse the JavaScript engine. Parse the JavaScript engine on that browser. So we have a set of engines on each browser, one engine in the each browser for executing the JavaScript. Right? So example is Chakra for Microsoft Edge and V8 for Chrome browser. Ma'am, how do you say that? Okay, see here. right? JavaScript engine. See here. V8 for Google, Spider Monkey for Mozilla, right? Chakra for Internet Explorer. Now it is Microsoft Edge. Okay, right? So JavaScript core in for Apple and Safari browser, right? So these are the engines which is available on the Chrome browsers and Mozilla and Apple Safari, right? And Chakra. I'm just giving this information here. Please remember that it will be useful when you speak something, right? So people will know that, okay, you know about the JavaScript engines also. Right. Ma'am, can you show us where it is located? See here. Settings. In the settings, search JavaScript. Right. You can see sites can use JavaScript. So what happens is JavaScript is by default, it will get executed. So you don't need to worry about it. By default, JavaScript will get executed in the browser. Right. So JavaScript is basically used for adding the dynamic functionality for the web application. Ma'am, how to write JavaScript in the HTML page? See, as CSS, right? JavaScript also uses DOM model. DOM model means document object model. Document object model, right? So even JavaScript also uses document object model. Now, ma'am, can you show us a little bit, one example of the JavaScript, right? Now I'll just FSD fundamentals have written. See here, just see how this code is there. How I can understand that what is the CSS code, what is the JavaScript code and all. How we can write. Okay, how you can understand what is the HTML code, what is the CSS code and all, right? So better to create one folder. New folder I'll create. HTML and JavaScript. Please don't ask attendance. Okay. Please don't ask attendance. Don't ask me attendance. Okay. Please don't attend the class for the attendance. Okay. Someone is giving you this knowledge, right? Respect that knowledge, guys. Okay. So someone at 8 o'clock itself, they started, ma'am, attendance, ma'am, attendance, ma'am, attendance, ma'am, at 8 o'clock itself. If you're not interested, okay, so why you are taking the people, other people's slot? Some other people will can join, right, in the, this one, in the session. For attendance, you people don't understand, okay, what is the value of the sessions that you are attending right now? Once you go for the job hunting, right, then you will be able to understand, oh, that day if I would have attended CSS topic when ma'am is saying, I could have answered this question. You will realize one day. Mark my words, guys. Okay, right. So now I have created one more folder. Okay, I'll create new file, HTML and JavaScript.html. That's what server side I also said, na dear. Server side means backend only, right? Node.js I said. Right. See here. HTML. And right. Alert. alert example, right? Now I'll write body, right? I have a button. I have a button. Button I'm writing, right? Click here. Okay. Now once I click, on click is an event. On click is the event. Now see here, I'll write alert. Welcome to JavaScript session. Something I have written. Okay. Now let me open this. Right click on it. Open with Chrome. See, when I click on this, welcome to JavaScript session. Right? This alert dynamically it is loading, right? If it is not loading along with the code. I'm doing the same thing, right? HTML and CSS, JavaScript only I'm executing, boss. Ishwara Sri. Okay. So here in this button, alert is a function. Yes. Okay. Alert is a function. 1 second. Just now I said, Lavanya, don't ask for the attendance. I don't know in which language I have explained you, whether you know English or not. Maybe I have explained you in the Spanish language. That don't ask me about the attendance links and all. Okay. Please don't waste the chat messages with attendance link. They will share you when it is required. Okay. So if you want to stay, you can stay, or if you are not interested, that is up to you. See here, on click, alert. So this is JavaScript. This is JavaScript. This is JavaScript. Okay. So on click means an action. Action. On click is an action. Means when you're performing an action on the HTML element. Action. When you're performing an action on the HTML element, right? If I'm clicking on it, so when you clicking on the button, it will load this alert, right? So it is loading, this is executing the JavaScript, and this is inline JavaScript. Means if you are writing the JavaScript along with the HTML, then it is called as inline JavaScript. Inline JavaScript. If you are writing a JavaScript along with the HTML element like this, right? It is called as inline JavaScript. Inline JavaScript. Okay, ma'am, what is this alert? Alert is a predefined code. Alert is a predefined code. Alert is a predefined code. Okay. So to load this simple box, alert box, right? With OK button. With OK button. If you want to load this pop-up, we'll call it as alert. And it is predefined. And it is predefined. It's a predefined code in the JavaScript. So on click is event. Event means an action that is triggered on the HTML element, or an action that is done, means that is executed or that is performed on an HTML element. We call it as event. When you are performing some event, dynamically it will load some simple pop-up box. We call it as alert. We call it as alert. Okay, and this alert is a predefined JavaScript code. And this is the example of inline JavaScript. Inline JavaScript. Okay, right? So this is three things we have learned here. Right? Inline JavaScript. Right? Now, ma'am, I want to use right? This is title. This is title. Right. Now, I want, for suppose, okay, I'll write button, right? Execute JS, execute JavaScript. Execute JavaScript. Now here, same on click is equal to. Now, but we don't want to write like this, right? Okay. Now, how to write JavaScript using script tag, right? So there is a tag called script tag. There is a tag called script tag, right? Okay. So once you click, right, see here, I can write a function, some code I can execute. Okay, right? Here, function display, I'll write. Okay, function is the keyword in JavaScript, right? So to write a set of lines of code of the JavaScript, and this is the example of internal JavaScript. Internal JavaScript, right? So here I'll write inside this, I'll write alert, right? Right? So displayed using function of JavaScript. Now, how to attach this script to this event? Call this one. When you click on the button, it should execute this JavaScript. It should execute this JavaScript, right? When you click on this button, it should call this function. First, see here, it will go from here to here. Okay, and it will get executed. So whenever you are, instead of writing along with the button, okay, you can write using the script tag. And this is the example of the internal JavaScript. How you can write the internal JavaScript? Using the function keyword. What is a keyword? Keyword is a predefined meaning. Okay, so function means it will expect that I will write opening and closing of the brackets. It will expect some code. After the function, you will write the function name. You will write the function name like this. right? Here, if you see, this is keyword. This is name of the function. Right? So this is keyword. Like we have C and C++, we have keyword, right? So we have keyword in JavaScript also, right? So keyword to define the, how many of you remember C functions? How many of you remember C functions? C language, how many of you know? C language. Only C language, right? Do we have functions in the C language? How to write the C language functions? Void and function name, right? Function and function name, very good. Right. Same like this. This is a same scenario here. Okay. Function and function name. Function and function name. Okay. Right. Now, when you execute this function, there you will write, you will call the function, right? You will call the function in the main method. No? You will call the function in the main method, right? Yes or no? Without calling that, will it get executed in the C? Will you call this function? Once you define the function, you will call it in the function, in the main method, right? Yes. Right. Similarly, here also, you need to call that function. This is function call. Okay. When you have to call that function, when an event occurs. I don't want simply to call the function. Ma'am, can we call simply also? Yes. We can call simply also. But I want to call that function when an event occurs. So, like this. Right? Here, just see this. Execute JavaScript displayed using function of JavaScript. Both will give the same output only. There is no difference at all. But what happens here? Here, along with the button, it also loads the JavaScript. Here, first button loads. Then when I click on this, then the JavaScript will get executed. Right? See here. So this is about internal JavaScript using function keyword. Using function keyword. Ma'am, can I write addition? Yes. See here. Can I write addition? Just see this. Alert. 5 plus 9. Right. 2 alerts you will get. 2 alerts you will get. Now refresh it. See, displayed using function of JavaScript. Now 14. 14. Right. So you can also write addition and subtraction also inside this alert. Okay. So anything you can write. Means grouping the JavaScript code together inside the function. We call it as function. Sorry. Together inside these flower brackets. Right? We call it as function. We call it as function. Right? Ma'am, can we define variables? JavaScript does not have data types. No data types in JavaScript. No data types in JavaScript. No data type. We don't have any data type in JavaScript. We don't have any data types in JavaScript. So it's not, JavaScript is not based on data types. There is no integers, there is no. Then how to define a variable? How to define a variable? What is meant by variable here? Please put answer in the chat. What is meant by variable? Right. A naming memory location. Very good. A name given for the memory location. No, JavaScript does not have data types. Please. Okay. Those are all objects. Those are all objects, not data types. Okay. Boolean is an object. Number is an object. String is an object. Null is an object. Symbol is an object. Object is an object. Boss, I'm working in JavaScript from last 12 years. Huh? See here. Is JavaScript is based on data type. Right? Okay. So now, what is the type of JavaScript? We don't have any type checking in the JavaScript. See here. Ma'am, can you prove it? Okay. No, there is no data types in JavaScript. There are no data types in JavaScript. Okay. See here. See here. See, let us assume that here, just see this, where is the keyword, right? X is equal to 10, right? X is equal to, I'll write now, string. It should show error, right? If it is having the data type checking, right? It should show an error, right? It should show an error now. Where is the error? It will not show any error. It will not show any error. So, JavaScript does not depend upon the data types. Remember that. That is the programmer responsibility that to check whether your proper data is going stored in the variable or not. We are not giving here int x is equal to 10. Int x is equal to 10 we are not giving. We are giving some keyword called var and x is equal to 10. Then after some time x is assigned with the string also. Now after some time again I'll give x is equal to, right, new object. I can store an object, I can store in the string, I can store the integer also. Now tell me where I have given the data type. There is no error. Ma'am, it will not show error means it will show an error. It will show an error. See here. See, if I'm spelling is wrong, if my spelling is wrong, unexpected keyword or identifier, automatically it will check. VS Code will check the syntax of the JavaScript. Like any data type can be there. Type of keyword is there. Okay. That will show what type of data is stored in the var to check it. Okay. But not for it. No, Vishal. Please. There is no primitive data types. If there is a data type is there, it should check the data type. No, that's what my question is. That's what my question is. Okay. So integer is there, unexpected keyword or identifier, right? So we are not checking any kind of data. So what is the use of like having an integer? Number is there, okay? Object is there, right? String is there, okay? Number is, so these are like for some methods are added, okay? For suppose if you want the square root of a number, right? Square of a number, some methods are added in the number object, okay? It's not primitive data types. It's not primitive data types. There are no data types in the JavaScript. If there is a data type, why I will use var? That is my question. Tell me anyone. Why I will use var? I can use directly int x is equal to 10, right? If I have a data type, int x is equal to 10, I can write. Why am I using var? Tell me. Anyone can tell me. Valid question or not? Right? If the data types are available, why I'm using var? Why I don't use float? Why I don't use number? Number is there, you people said, right? Number is there. Number I can write. Why I don't use number? Why I'm using var? Then there is no particular data type, na Suresh? Right? It can take any kind of data. It's a dynamic typed language. It's a dynamically typed language it is. It will not check any type of the data that is stored in a variable. It will not check any data that is stored in a variable. Ma'am, I have seen the number, right? See here, where x is equal to new number of 30. I'll write like this. So this is a new, it is new if you use, if you know the C++, if you know the C++, what is new? What is the new keyword? C or C++, if you know, you can tell me. Java, if you know also, you can tell me. What is new? Creating object. Then directly I can't give number of 30, right? I can't give directly the number of 30. It will give an error. It will show an error, right? So it should be new keyword will be there. Then it is an object. It's an instance of an object, yeah. It's an instance of the class, sorry, not an object, instance of the class. New allocates the space for object. Yes, Neha. See, that is the difference. When I say what is, means like we have number object is there, date object is there, string object is there, right? So a lot of objects are available in the JavaScript. Okay. So that is why I said that there is no data types in the JavaScript. Getting my point, guys? There is no data types. Null is a keyword. Null is a keyword. Undefined is a keyword. Right? So various data types. All nonsense. Something they want to do. Deallocation we don't have. Okay. Java we don't have deallocation. We don't have any deallocation in the Java. We have only allocation is there. Deallocation will be taken care by JVM. Java Virtual Machine. So we have a concept called garbage collector in Java, which will collect all the unused data. Okay. So we don't need to worry about the deallocation. At the regular interval of times, how the garbage is collected from our home. Even in Java also, the garbage is collected automatically. That is why Java is more popular than any other programming languages. Okay. So Kumar Swami, don't mislead it to the Java. Okay. Right. So where is the keyword to define a variable in Java? Sorry, to define a variable in JavaScript. We don't have to mention any return type here. We don't have to mention any return type. Return type is not mentioned in the function in JavaScript. Because we don't have a type only. Na? Data type itself is not there. Then how it will understand that what is the return type, right? You can return. Return statement is there. You have a return statement, but there is no return type should not be there inside it. There is no return type there. Ma'am, can we pass parameters? Yes, we can pass the parameters. Okay. So return statement is there, but we don't have a return type in the function declaration. Right. So 10 minutes is the last 10 minutes. Someone was asking me the code for the last question. That is for animations. They were asking some code. In between the session, please don't ask the sessions like which is, I think it is Rashmi. Rashmi, I think. Rashmi, this is the code, Rashmi. If you are there, just copy it. If you are not there, I'm sorry. If you are joining for 1-2 minutes and if you are leaving, I can't help guys. Rashmi's iPhone, right? So she has asked this code. Rashmi, this is the code that you are asking me. Okay. Any other questions, guys? About the CSS is done. Answer will not be available. So we have to store it in the cloud, Rajeshwari. Why I have to give answer here? You will have your chat GPT, ask it. No? Okay, Rajeshwari. You have to apply it on the, we have to store it in the cloud if it has to applicable anywhere. Okay, you have to apply, means store it in the cloud, or you need to use the Babel, right, to wrap the files, all the files, and then you will be moving it to the production. So Sukaranjan, right? Sukaranjan, you can use JavaScript, Python, and Node.js and Express.js. Okay. So Node.js, Express.js, Python, and if you want database, MongoDB can use. Okay. So Python also you have to use for the scanning of the QR code. And even some even some predefined packages are available in the React and Angular also. You have to check that. You can ask ChatGPT. No. You should not give an access to your system for a third person, boss. Rajeshwar. You should not give. Store it in the GitHub, and that GitHub link you can write it. Yes, Sucheta, you ask any kind of questions from the ChatGPT. It depends, Sukaranjan. Okay. Whether you want to use Java, right? Python and React, you can use. Ma'am, I don't want Java. JavaScript, Node.js, Python, and MongoDB you can use. Okay. So it depends upon your client requirement. We should not give, Rajeshwar, we should not give system files. Okay. We should not give. Node.js is a server-side JavaScript code. JavaScript is, Node.js is based on JavaScript, okay? JavaScript is a scripting language, whereas Node.js is a server for executing the JavaScript. Yes, Malikarjun. Yes, JavaScript and Bootstrap also should. Yes, Sakshi, I'm teaching JavaScript. No, I'll be teaching basics of the JavaScript to the little bit of means how to write the JavaScript code, external JavaScript, how to write the validations, how to write the functions, right? How to disable the button until all the text fields are input, right? All these things I'm going to write. TypeScript is a superset of JavaScript, Vishan. Okay. So means what is not possible in the JavaScript? JavaScript is a no data types, right? TypeScript will check the data types. TypeScript will check the data types. And it supports more syntaxes than JavaScript. Bootstrap, no. Bootstrap, I will show you. Bootstrap, Ramkrishna. Very, 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 very important Bootstrap. It should not be like watching a Netflix movie, Karthik. When you are doing it parallelly along with learning, it is worth. But the only problem is no one will be there to answer your questions there. Better to go for the live sessions, at least for when you are a starter. Geolocation and based on the longitude and latitude, Sandeep. So tracking device, no. Okay, there will be a tracking device. Okay, so along with that, it will be attached to the system, right? So there will be, for suppose if it is a flight, you will be having the tracking device in the flight. Okay. So they will, based on the longitude and latitude, it will be able to identify where you are and in which area you are. Thank you, Vaibhav. There you can use Android. Okay, Android. Then you can there will be a chip will be there. Okay, you need to use that chip where you will be programming it. Okay, using JavaScript. Andrino is the Andrino and Andrino, right? Then you have to write it. JavaScript, Andrino and all. You have to inject it inside the bike, Andrino and all. Then you have to program using Andrino. Or Raspberry Pi, you have to use IoT, Internet of Things. This. So you can write it using Python or JavaScript is for tracking that, and it's for programming on the Android, and you can connect it to the Java application in the backend. Sorry, dear, I've already sent the JS code, dear. How many times I can send the JavaScript code? Okay, okay. Guys, people are if people are bombarding these messages as for today we are done with the class. I'm just taking the questions from the people. Hey, Rashmi, I have already shared the code, Rashmi. Why you are saying again, please, ma'am, and this is JavaScript. Boss, it's just flowing. The questions are flowing like anything, Vaishnavi. Okay, it's not like you are the only one, right? JavaScript data types is not there, Vishal. How many times I am saying that there is no JavaScript data types, Vishal? Again, you are asking, ma'am, are we going to talk with the JavaScript data types? What is that? There are no data types in the JavaScript. Backend web and development, if you want, please register for the full stack development course, Vignesh. Because in 20 hours, it is not possible to integrate the front end and back end, Vignesh. Piece of information I'm getting, Sucheta. I'm not able to understand your question. So, Rashmi, by Monday I will share it, Rashmi. Notes. Saturday and Sunday I'll prepare it and I'll share it on Monday. I'm good, Sandeep. Thanks for asking me. Java platform means if you want to write the Java code, use Eclipse. Like this, it will be there. This is the sorry, we don't have here. Let's wait. So like this, it will be there. Like this, it will be there. Eclipse. No, Node.js or Express.js, you need to download the Node.js and install the Node.js there. Okay, let us assume that here, let me see whether it is Node.js is available or not. See, try program files. So, no, I have not installed the Node.js in this, but you need Node.js. Okay, so you have to download the Node.js and then you have to install. Thank you, Rashmi. Thank you so much. Sandeep, what is it for lead code? For Express.js, we can use Node.js. Express.js runs on top of the Node.js. Hemadri, Malsudana Rao. Attendance link is shared by the Amar already. Lead code is for practicing your knowledge. Okay. See, this is online judge it is. Okay. Leadcode.com. You can write code. It will judge whether your code is correct or not. You can practice your code. CSS and HTML class never get complete here. See, Suresh, can you assume without muscle your body? Without bone, is there any muscle? Without muscle, can you have a movement? No, right? All three will always come. And if you start web development, You cannot miss CSS, you cannot miss HTML, you cannot miss JavaScript. All three are together. No, Node.js, you in 20 hours, what it means, like in 10 days, in 20 hours, how much I can teach Vaishnavi? Yes, Sandeep, I have the GitHub profile. Yes, Sucheta, all the best. Tomorrow we'll meet. Ma'am, I'll be sending the notes on Monday, Manisha. Good night, Sucheta. Thank you, Saba. So dear, I'll upload all the information in the Google Drive and give you the link. You people can download it directly. See, it's all about the time factor, guys. Please register for the full stack development course so that you learn everything from scratch to the top. You will develop the projects and everything. If for mini project also, it will be helpful. If you are in the third sem of the MCA or second sem of the MCA, it will be useful. Yes, you can practice HTML, CSS, and JavaScript also in lead code, C also in lead code, C++ also in lead code. You can practice it, Devi. Java also you can practice. No, dear, I'll start this year. That is my New Year resolution. I'll start this year. Please check with the team, XLR team, Devi. I don't know. I have answered you, Suresh. I have answered you. I have answered this answer. Suresh, I mentioned your name and I have given the answer. Suresh. What I can do? Tell me. What I can do? If you don't listen, what I can do? Tell me. Not done means I can't say all done. Okay. That's why I'm saying HTML is like a skeleton, CSS is like a muscle, JavaScript is like a movement in your body. Okay. Yes, I'm from Bangalore, Sucheta. Okay, Suresh. All three you cannot divide. Okay. Can you imagine skeleton without muscle? Suresh, can you imagine muscle without movement? Right? So no, right? All three are important. Now I can't say all done. Okay. It's not like that. Okay. It's like performance. Based on the performance, Vishal. That's it. Okay. And the libraries and the frameworks that is there in the JavaScript nowadays, which will help us for creating the website within days. Within days we can create using mean and min stack. We can create. Okay. So attendance link already Amar has shared, Sakshi. Okay. Multiple times he shared, dear. New stacks and all will come, Mahdi. I will show you one simple using Bootstrap. I'll show you the HTML and CSS and JavaScript code for creating at least 2 pages. Okay, Suresh? Not all pages, at least 2 pages I'll show. How to link 2 pages and all. The last day I'll make it for the project. But LAMP PHP it is. I don't think so. LAMP is okay. Right. If more questions are not there, we are good to close for today. Thank you for joining, guys. Love you all. We'll meet tomorrow. Good night. Good night, Amar. Thank you for.
Yeah, sure. Good night.